A DePaul University law professor says rulers in Bahrain may not be moving fast enough to head off more protests. Cherif Bassiouni led a commission investigating what happened in Bahrain during the Arab Spring uprising last March. The commission concluded the government used excessive force and torture to put down the protest. Now, Bassiouni says the king may be finding it politically impossible to implement changes that many feel need to be made. Sally Fitz has the story.
You have to choose between maintaining the unity of the family or the regime or the unity of the country.
Cherif Bassiouni is an internationally recognized human rights expert. His office walls document his career. He's chaired 5 international commissions investigating alleged human rights violations, including the Bahrain Commission.
There have to be major economic reforms and political reforms and major constitutional reforms.
The King of Bahrain asked Bassiouni to chair an independent inquiry into alleged government abuses against last year's Arab Spring protesters. 2 months ago, Bassiouni presented the king with the commission's 500-page report. The report detailed what was called disproportionate and indiscriminate force used by security forces to put down protesters, and it documented 46 deaths and 64 cases of torture. Since the release of the report, the government has been doing its own investigation into responsibility for documented abuses, and Bassiouni is concerned about transparency.
I think the public is going to come out in the end and saying, you know what, you're holding all of these investigations behind closed doors. This is a whitewash. And I think they would be perfectly justified in saying so.
This is a copy of Professor Bassiouni's resume, or curriculum vitae. It is 90 pages long. He speaks 6 languages fluently. Bassiouni grew up in a distinguished Egyptian family that includes an ambassador to India and the first president of the Egyptian Senate. He says he spent his whole life working for justice. He's been at DePaul for 47 years. He says the United States has been pursuing quiet, behind-the-scenes diplomacy in Bahrain, and he would like to see it do more.
I think there is merit in naming and shaming, in embarrassing, in pushing, in enlisting public opinion, domestic and international. This is not the style of Secretary Clinton or President Obama. And I'm not sure they're necessarily doing the right choice.
Even though Bassiouni's role with the Bahrain Commission has officially ended, he remains involved. He won't say publicly what his current role is, but says he's trying to speed up the pace of reform and the cause of desegregation and human rights in Bahrain and the region. For Good Day DePaul, I'm Sally Fitz.